Hello and welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching my channel. This is the backwards cap. So I got something special to open and show you tonight. So here we go. All right. So this is from Entertainment Earth. I'm not doing a review on them, but they are a spectacular company. And if you want more information on them, just send me some comments and I'll give you all the information I can, because I get a lot of stuff from Entertainment Earth. They're just a really good company to go through and very helpful if you're ever having issues. Put the lid down. All right. Oh boy. The box. My table's big enough for this. Alright, so this is the first one. Supposed to be getting a couple things in this box here. You could do a separate video on this, review this figure. I'm going to open this one and stick them up over there with the other Obi-Wan stuff. And you probably can see it. Voila! Might be late to the game, but finally got this one, so I'm gonna do a quick unboxing for you. Here we go. Voila! Nice. Does it? Cut these little pieces of tape here. See how the puppy opens. Oh, looks like typical vintage collection. I want to cut both sides. Oh well. There's that little piece that always comes with everything. There's our little instruction booklet. From what I saw in other people's reviews, seems pretty simple to put together if you can ever get it out of the box. Oh, please. There, keep that bugger in nice condition there. You know it's open from both ends, but that's okay. Alright, that's pretty much what you get in it. And instructions. You got the Din Djarin figure. And the stand. Alright, where's that Grogu figure at? I thought he was supposed to be with it too. Looks like tail piece. This main section out of here. There's one of the engines, wings. The wing. Other part of the stand. Actually, that can go in there. Pretty much just it on there like that. Well, it looks to me, even though they show him on the box, show the Grogu on the box, but they only have this figure that comes with it. But that's okay, because I have an extra Grogu over there. Alright, so get this stuff out of the way. Just check out a couple of things here real quick. Some of the details and functions. I believe this foot. It should. Yeah, it should flat slide forward. Yep, sure does. So it slides to about here. So it's not a lot. It's enough to get your figure in there. You don't want to force it too much or anything like that. So when we get the Din Djarin in there, now might have to be a little bit careful with it. Something seems like this pulls up. Let me see here a minute, because I have a sneaking suspicion here. This whole piece. That's what happens when you're an expert in vintage collection series. You kind of know where hinges are and things, so sorry, I just bragged there for a minute. My apologies. Alright, let's put these wings on. Snap in place. Down for a minute. And it all clicks together. Kind of clicks shut. Okay. So there's a little hole here. Connector piece. That just lines up right in there. It's coming together. So you got the little bit of yellow paint that's barely on there, still rubbing off. Some panels still missing. There's a couple panels goes to this. So we'll go ahead and put them on real quick. These should be universal. Just look at how they go in. They just pop right in there. I just got a little piece, connector piece. Pops right in there. Voila, just like that. Well, I'm doing this without the instructions, but I think I might get to a point where I'm going to need to have them. Let's just get all these pieces out here. The instructions is right here. Right here sitting in front of me. Let's just see what we got. Alright, so no idea what those are. Oh, it in. I guess they didn't want to waste the cardboard and stuff, but right there's the figure of Grogu. And I mean, I guess it's okay. He's kind of a, they've had issues in the past where his little arms will fall off, stuff like that. I guess they wanted him in a specific pose, so they have a little hole on his foot pad there, and he's holding the ball from Din's original ship, the Razor Crest. Came off the knob that came off the shifter, whatever, some kind of shifter joystick. And yeah, so I don't know if the camera's picking it up good enough. Seems to be. So he's gonna go in there. We gotta find the bubble that it sits in. All these clear plastic panels. Figure out where they all go. So there's the bubble. So, I think I'm missing a piece. I don't have a piece on there yet, so I'm gonna keep opening these. Put that back in there. Pieces back in there. I'll figure that out later. Of course, there's this little seat. Alright, that looks like all the pieces. So, let's see what we got here. These pieces go together. Guessing it might be another stand. Yeah. So let's get baby Grogu out of there so it doesn't get lost. All right, there's that hole in the bottom there. You can actually put it on this stand if you'd like. I believe it goes that way. Toward the back so it sits. It looks like it's kind of diving a little bit. I think it's leaning forward. So that goes on that. There has to be some way. She just kind of twist it off. So Grogu's little seat has that little peg in there. Peg hole. Just go ahead and put them on there like that. And put his little dome over. Like so. That is in case you want to have a droid's head. Which doesn't look like it's here. B is a droid's head, or you could have Grogu. Not sure where the droid's head's at. this part was backwards, so make sure you have the shorter end near the ball connection here. This is what happens when you don't follow instructions. Anyways, so this is for the droid head. It is sold separately or subject to availability is what they said on the instructions. So it does not come with this set, but for some reason they give you this for the availability. That's Hasbro Kenner, I guess this is made by Kenner. Kenner did when they made this design. So anyways, so there was a piece here. This actually has to go in. There's a little hole there, so it goes in the hole. I have no idea why, other than the fact that you can see it through the little viewing port there. Now this goes on here. Just like snow, snapped in there pretty tightly. Actually, all this stuff snapping together really nice and tight. So that works very well. And actually, this does not bank forward once you put this on properly. It actually sits quite nice like that. Quite nicely. And then Grogu is going to go up in here. Like so. A couple little lips and ledges and parts that it fits right down into. So it goes right in there like that. Of course, the engine part. Just line up the holes here. Looks like it goes like so. No, I had it right. Just have to figure out how to fit it in there. Alright, it's just like that. It's a little snug. It looks like it doesn't want to fit, but it did. Just fine. You just want that front part over the front there. And then you got panels, a panel. So I guess you got one panel. You can either put it on one side or you can put it on the other side, either way, A or B. Can you pause that again? Okay, so I guess there's only one panel, according to the box. There's only one panel on one side. It's either the A side or the B side. I'm actually going to stick it on this side because it's the same as the detail on the box. So, and then last pieces to put on, these are just the extra guns to go underneath. Make sure you got them on correctly. Okay, so I did have them backwards. Looks like sort of like a little intake vent, possibly some guns. I know these are obviously guns too. And then could be a little more detail on this, but it's not bad. Like that could be an actual hole, and they could have a shooting torpedo that comes out of it. All the other vintage collections and different designs have. Just pop that bugger on there. There you have the ship. Couple things. I wanted to switch that to the Mandalorian stand because you can bank it in different directions, and I really like that. I think it's kind of cool. That's probably on the display it, so the stand can pretty much go back in the box. And we're gonna open this guy. Okay. Yes, this is the sad part because it is obviously unpunched, which again, don't fall for that. That is something that scalpers like to take advantage of people, and they'll jack the price up because they think it's some mint condition thing. I don't know about all those collectors that like that mint condition stuff. Maybe they seek after that stuff. They want to pay, an exuberant amount of money for, different things like that. But if you're like me and just like to collect and don't care to have unpunched things, haha, take that. All right, so anyway, here we go. Don't fall for that trick. So the cool thing about this figure, and it is the first, which I don't understand why he's the first one with a cloth cape. I have no idea why they haven't done this before, because cloth cape is so much cooler. So, yeah, looks like a vibro knife, a vibro blade, whatever you want to call it. His dark saber, his pistol, and the Beskar, solid pure Beskar spear staff thingamajig, javelin, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what they call it in the show, but that's his javelin. We're gonna call it that because you can throw it or fight with it. Get that dark saber out. All right, so it's a little more rubbery. Not really plasticky. It's kind of got a little rubber feel to it. Pistol. And his little vibro knife bit blade thing. So, again, there's the figure. Cloth cape. Jetpack. Obviously pull his cape to the side. Throw the jetpack on. Now you have a couple different options because he has a spot for the jetpack. He also has a spot to put there's another hole in his belt back here. This bandolier thingamading that you can put something on it, but I don't know what. So anyway, that's if you want to say you want to display them, standing outside the ship or whatever. You can do that, but since Grogu is in there, can't let him be lonely. This head is just a helmet. It's not a face, it's just a helmet. So he's not meant to take his helmet off. So we'll just put his cape back on there. Put his helmet back on. It just pops on and off. It's very easy. And then what you want to do, you gotta be careful with these legs, because they will bend this way. So what you kind of have to do is spin them at the upper part of the hip, not the lower hip, the upper hip, where you see this flex right here. And then you can bend his legs upward. If you try to do that, otherwise you will break the legs off. And then just kind of turn his old leggies. So oh, hold on, wrong spot. There we go. Grogu, you gotta go for a ride there, buddy. All right. Get him in a little action pose here. Make it look like he's maybe touching the buttons or. Oh. All right, maybe I should show that real quick here. I could pop that door off, but maybe I can just show the camera the insides. A little less detail in there. Sometimes these vintage collections, they don't tend to put a lot of detail and color on the inside, which I did paint a couple of them. My B-wing, my Y-wing, I did paint some extra details on it, but you can see the handles in there. So I'm gonna have them posing, grabbing one of the handles. Stick his legs in. Tuck his cape down. Probably. Make it look like he's touching some things there. Now, I believe there's a storage compartment. Be interesting if this stuff fit in there. Voila. So I guess you just kind of play with things and you figure things out, but right there, his jetpack literally fits perfectly in there. So I'm guessing that's where that goes. We're gonna shut it down and see if it works. It doesn't seem like there's places for all this stuff, but now I don't want to lose this stuff back in here, but it might. Huzzah! Found a spot. So goes back in there. That goes down in there. Looks like he can throw his other little goodies. Probably could have put his pistol on the side. Throw his dark saber in there. And then you can put the jetpack over top of that to hold it in. Pull him back out, put his pistol on his hip. Mandalorian always needs their blaster at the ready, so that is what we're going to do with that. So just put him back in there, pop him in. A little hand pose on that thing looks great, and voila! There you have it. Placed up here right next to the Razor Crest. And there's his pose. Alrighty, thanks for watching my review. Hope you enjoyed it and the unboxing of that ship and putting it together and all that good stuff. That other figure, I will have another video for that. So thanks again for watching.